Yo, what's up guys, Insane Game Freak here to bring you another Insane Manga Corner. And this one is going to be on Meh, or the full name for it is Marchen Awakens Romance. Yeah, Marchen Awakens Romance. Let's just get into it. I've read all of it, I'm collecting the volumes, and I figured this is another manga I needed to review. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to do a quick shout out and thank you to Uber Blackman, because he made a video mentioning Mare, and it totally reminded me that I haven't done a review or video on this series, period. So I'm probably going to link his channel as an annotation somewhere on here, and probably the Cloud Village annotation too, just for the hell of it. But Marchen Awakens Romance, or Mare, a few things I want to tell you about this series. First off, it's only 15 volumes. It's done. The anime is only 102 volumes. And a lot of people are probably wondering, because a lot of people, like me, were introduced to Mare through the anime, not the manga. So you're probably wondering why I'm not reviewing the anime. Well, there's about two reasons for that. One, the dub isn't finished, because it's Viz. Fucking Viz! And, the second thing is, I believe there's a random filler arc near the middle of Mare, actually a little bit past the part they stopped dubbing at. So, and I've read all the manga, so I know all the canon material in Mare. So I was like, let's just review the manga. It is all out in English, so you don't have to worry about it. I know certain volumes are rare as shit though. I haven't really gotten to the rare volumes yet. I think volume, what is it? 3, 13. And 15 are rare, but I have to go and check. For those who are interested in the anime, I will say this real quick. It is on iTunes. All the dub episodes are on iTunes, and they also have the sub episodes on iTunes. So if you want the entire anime series, it's on iTunes. But anyways, let's just get it. Oh yeah, one last thing. If you try to Google it either by the one I'm going to put up there at the top, or Google it by its full title, because typing in M-A-R into Google doesn't help, because for whatever reason it wants to pull up the fucking Mars, and they'll try to correct you and shit. So put up M-A with the 2 dots on it, which will be the one on the review up here, or just type in Marchen Awakens Romance. Probably Marchen Awakens Romance, because that's the more of your best bet. That's just a little side note, because when I first got into Mare and I wanted to Google Mare, it took me forever to find that thing. I think it was that show and Mouse. I'll get into Mouse later. Maybe. I haven't really decided. Anyways, I'm rambling on enough. Let's go and get into it. So Mare is one of those series that isn't necessarily a fucking great ass. I'll put it this way. I wouldn't call Mare one of those amazing animes. It's one of those animes that has a set premise, has a set way it wants to take you, and does not deviate from that way. The only problem I've ever had with Mare is there's a plot twist in the end of the anime that isn't that much of a plot twist, because it's made painfully obvious during the beginning of the damn series. The story of Mare is pretty simple. There's a boy named Ginta. You're in the real world. He's kind of the nerdish type, he likes playing video games, and he sucks at schoolwork and everything. And he's the kind of guy who really wants to try. He has dreams all the time about traveling to other worlds. And this automatically clicked me in, because I used to do this shit when I was younger too. I used to be yeah, I want to go to when I was younger, I used to be I want to go to Kanto region. I want to catch Pokemon or some shit. Or I used to be oh, I'm going to go to this imaginary land and fight a dragon and save a princess. I know that's one of his dreams in the anime. And that was Ginza's character right off the bat clicked with me. But that's how he is. And everyone makes fun of him for it. He sleeps a lot in glass. It's retarded. There's a point where I think he just has narcolepsy or some shit. Because he, literally, almost every class scene you see him in, he's already passed the fuck out. It's wow. You know, he wears glasses. He's pretty damn weak, which a lot of people aren't going to know he wears glasses, because if you've seen him on the cover of the volume, he's not wearing glasses. And I'll explain that in a minute, but he's not wearing glasses. But he wears glasses in the beginning of the series, and he's pretty damn weak. He only has one friend who likes him, who thinks his whole stories about traveling to other worlds are cool. And that's his fucking, I'm about to say sister, one of his classmates, the female one, Koyuki, which we all know is anime bullshit because they're in the real world, that shit doesn't happen. There is no one girl who thinks that's cool. Everybody thinks that's lame. I mean, for God's sakes, even his mom thinks that's fucking lame. Like, it's ridiculous. And his father isn't there, which you can probably hint to where that's going into. But essentially, when shit starts getting crazy and when you're opened up into the world of Mare, is essentially one day, shit's going on as normal, and like this random gate comes out of nowhere in the middle of the classroom calling out for someone. And then the room turns black and all the kids run out, but Koyuki, for whatever reason, I forget what the reason was, but she was like, she kind of got frozen or some shit, so she couldn't walk, so Ginza was holding her, and he was like, and then the clown gate was like, I'll take you to another world. And he throws out a dice, and the dice was supposed to represent how many people could go through the gate. And it only had one on there, but Koyuki wanted to go 2. But it was like, you can take her with you, but I can't guarantee her safety. So what Ginza does, he throws Koyuki to the classmates, and he's like, Koyuki, I'll tell you when I get back. And she's a little sad because she wanted to go. And he goes, I can't pass up this chance. And he goes to the door, and that's where we end up. Mare. You know, this wide open space, and it's a fucking new world, a new damn dimension. And Ginza is like a fucking 5-year-old in this entire, like, the beginning of it, because he's just spazzing. He's like, yeah! He's like running around and shit. And apparently in Mare, humans get beefed up. Like, he has better vision as soon as he gets there, and he automatically is stronger when he gets there. Mare is pretty much like your magical world area. There's really nothing that unique about it. The only 2 things that are really unique about it is the concept of Aram, which are like essentially the weapons, like the way they fight. Like they have like these rings on their fingers that all, and like different Aram, that's what they call them, Aram, do different things. You can summon guardians, you can summon weapons, you can have something to cure, defense. It's like an RPG. You have a whole bunch of different types of Aram that can do different types of things. And the other thing that's kind of unique about it is that you have the bad guys of this area, but it's not really that unique. I mean, honestly, the main gimmick of Mare is the Arams, so that's really what it is. So essentially, what he's going to end up doing is Mare. He's going to run into some people. He's going to find out that this world is in trouble because a group called the Chess Pieces are there, and they want to like take over Mare and shit. That's really what this series is about. Like he's gonna go through some events. He's gonna learn some stuff about the country he's in, learning the peril they're about to be in. And you know he's gonna want to. And he ends up taking up the helm and wanting to fight the Chess Pieces, who are these group of guys who want to take over Mare. It's really that simple. And how is this done? Through a fucking tournament. So if you're going into this thing, it's gonna be amazing. No, it's not like mind shattering. It's pretty basic. It's pretty straightforward, and it doesn't deviate. Now, I guess I should talk about some of the side characters you will run into and are part of like the main group called Team Mare. Get the joke? You have Jack, Dorothy, Snow, Ed, Edward, Nanashi, and Alvis. Alvis, you should pay attention to because he's the reason why Ginza's there in the first place. Alvis is the one that we find out a little bit later, like maybe like a few, like within like the next damn 2 volumes, that he's the one who opened up the Clown Gate to get someone from that world. Because the Chess Pieces rose up years ago, and they got another person from Ginza's world to fight too. Do I really need to even hint who the fuck that is? Like, it's not that hard, but you know. So essentially they were using the same trick twice. So I'm not going to really spoil that, but it's pretty damn obvious who it is. Now, that's Alvis. And also Alvis is voiced by Sasuke's voice actor, so Sasuke fans lose your shit. At least in the dub, anyway. I mean, the dub was fine. I want to just point that out right now. So if you want to watch the dub is fine. It's not finished. But that's Alvis' character. He's kind of like the cool boy. He's pretty chilled, except for the main villain of the series, which is Phantom. Or at least who you think is the main villain, who is Phantom. Phantom is a zombie. which I thought was actually a pretty interesting concept for a villain. You know, he's a villain who technically can't be killed. Like, Phantom was the villain back then too. And when he was killed, he was kind of just trapped there. He was trapped in, like, dead state. But he wasn't really dead. And they brought him back around the same time Ginza got out. Because apparently, him and his weapon, this is a very key point here. When you unlocked his weapon, he came back from the dead. His weapon is actually the weapon you see Ginza using on the cover. Babo. Babo is a very unique Aram in the sense that he's the only Aram that can talk. That doesn't, because technically that shouldn't happen. The only things that should talk are like guardians, not just random ass weapon Aram. And Babo can talk. He also has a fucking gentleman complex, and he has amnesia. There's a correlation between Phantom and Babo, and there's a lot of reasonings. I mean, I've already explained that literally Babo was the key for a Phantom being woken up, because that's essentially what happens. Ginza runs into Dorothy. Dorothy wants this rare Aram, which is Babo. And while Dorothy and Ginza are going in there looking for the damn thing, they get Babo, and that by proxy awakens Phantom. There's a correlation. There's a reason why. There's also a reason why Babo has amnesia. But you'll get into that as the story unfolds. Essentially, in terms of the other characters, you have Dorothy, a witch, who is probably one of the strongest fucking characters in the damn series, which I thought was ridiculous. There's a lot of family issues with her that you'll find out, I'm not going to say way later, probably like a little bit past halfway, you'll find out like all of her issues. And the reason why she ends up joining Ginza, there's two reasons, honestly. The first reason is because of some family relationship. The second reason is because she's one of those over-sexualized characters who randomly gets a crush on Ginza. The one thing I do like is that her crush with Ginza doesn't just happen like it happens with a lot of animes. Like, she gains a crush over Ginza like over the course of like 3 volumes. And she just wants to like, and she's just all over Ginza, which is hilarious to me. But she's a fucking badass, so don't fucking think, oh, she's one of those little sexual characters who can't fight and shit. No. She's a fucking badass. She can rape a lot of things. It's ridiculous. Then you have kind of the correlation character that's like on Ginza. Essentially, this next character is literally Usopp for Luffy. It's like that correlation. The dude's name is Jack. Yeah, surprisingly, it's a very basic English name. I'm surprised about that. Actually, a lot of characters in this show have a lot of basic English names. It was weird. Jack is he's like Usopp. He's not really as strong as Ginza, but they're like best friends because they're like the same age and they click so well. And Jack is cool because Jack, his father fought in the war games. That's what they call it when the chess pieces in the team may have fought back then. In the war games, Jack's dad died, so Jack jumping into this one, he's kind of learning, he wants to learn about who killed his father and all this other shit. But Jack is a cool character in himself. He's pretty stereotypical. Also, if anyone's seen fucking I Shield 21, you will recognize Jack right off the bat because he looks just like fucking Manta. I believe this is his name in I Shield 21. There's a character in I Shield 21 that Jack looks exactly like. Now, I forget which one came out first because I know Mary came out in 2003, but I don't know when I Shield 21 came out. But they look exactly the fucking same. I don't know if that's a ripoff or a correlation, but those Manta and Jack look completely the same. It's weird as shit. But all in all, Jack is a cool character. And then you have Nanashi, who is your pervert, gentleman pervert. That's the best way to put him. There's really not that much to him. He's a leader of a thieves guild. He also has amnesia. I don't know what the hell it is with amnesia being a running thing with the show, but yeah, Nanashi has amnesia. Essentially, every character who has issues will be cleared up in the war games. Then you have Snow and fucking Edward and Ed. Edward and Ed are two very important characters. Edward is a dog. Ed is this badass motherfucker. The reason why I'm putting these two together is because Ed was in the war games like the years ago. But he got cursed to share a body with Edward, the dog, who is the like servant of Princess Snow, because Snow is a princess. Pay attention to Snow. Snow is very fucking important. And I'm gonna sit here and tell you this. They don't try to hide the fact that she's important. It's like the fact that she's a princess and the fact that she looks exactly like Hayuki. You know, the girl that Ginza left behind in the real world. She looks exactly like her. Also the fact that Snow ends up giving Ginta his first kiss, and vice versa. It was actually a pretty cute scene. I'm not really going to explain the process that goes behind that, but yeah, Ed is a badass. He got cursed. He shares a body with the dog, so essentially, if Ed goes to sleep once, he turns into the dog. If the dog goes to sleep 3 times in a row, like he has to go to sleep 3 times and then he turns back into Ed. Which is very cheap, but it makes sense because the dog is really weak. So obviously Ed would have a harder time gaining dominance there. In terms of him being cursed. So that's that. That does get fixed later, but I'm not going to explain how. And Snow looks like Koyuki. It's so damn obvious, it's painful a little bit. Because I don't know how the fuck it was supposed to be shocking at the end of it, but that's besides the point. Essentially, that's Mare. Those are the characters you need to deal with. There are a lot of other ones, like characters they end up fighting and shit. Some mild allies and some cooler other dudes from the war games. Also, a key point. Alvis and Phantom have a big connection for one reason. Because Alvis is around Ginta's age. So, he was really young when the war games first happened. But he was around and some shit happened. So Alvis and Phantom had some shit to deal with, and there's a lot of tension between these two factions. Let's just put it that way. But Mare is one of those series that's just fun as hell to watch. It's so straightforward. I don't have to worry about being fucked over or something. It's one of those save animes. It's a good starting anime for someone who isn't used for shonen, who isn't used to like really hardcore shonen. Like if you want to get into a shonen, but you don't want to fucking deal with all the mind fucks and the randomness of it all, and you want something just straightforward, go for Mare. Because Mare's done. Mare is short. Well, it's fairly short compared to what the fuck we deal with now. Like, it's only 15 volumes and it's done. The anime is only 102 episodes. It's like, it's not necessarily short. It's not like High and Closer short, but it's not like fucking Naruto or One Piece long. So it's something you can get into and have fun with. And that's what you love, is the character interactions. The fights are pretty interesting because they're using different types of arms and you're introduced to different fighting styles. On top of the fact that each of the fights don't happen on the same areas. Like you have some areas in a desert area, which suck for certain characters. Some areas are in lava areas, which, you know, it's like pro and cons. Like, for example, Snow uses ice aram, base aram. So that means in lava areas, she's kind of fucked. It's like, I like that. I mean, it's not necessarily amazing, but it's interesting, and it leaves something to enjoy in the battles. I mean, and not all the battles are as straightforward as someone uses this type of thing and someone uses that type of thing. It's like, it's not like elements going after each other. It's like a lot of different things. Because some people have Guardian Aram, some people use Curse, some people use just straight off weapons and shit. That's what I like. I like that. It's cool. And then also they play around with the concept of magical energy. And if you really want to know what magical energy is, look at Fairy Tail in terms of that. It's about that. Magical power. It's the same damn thing. But all in all, Mare is a pretty enjoyable series. It's not amazing, but it's fun as hell to watch, and it's fun as hell to read, and it was a fun journey. And yes, I do know there is a sequel called Mare Omega, but that series is bullshit for 2 reasons. 1, it's a sequel that wasn't fucking needed, and 2, it's not even done by the original creator of Mare. So fuck Mare Omega. Fuck Mare Omega. But that's really all I have to say about Mare. So if you want to check something out, or you want something that's fairly short and you can have fun with, go for it, because it's enjoyable as hell. I like the character interactions. I like all the characters. Ed is a fucking badass. I want that to be known. But he has one little quirk I thought was hilarious as shit. And just to let you know, that quirk of his correlates with Edward. So that's your hint. But we got some badass characters. Niggas breaking genies' faces and shit. Niggas being like, I promise not to kill anyone. And then like 5 seconds later, just striking that nigga down with like a fucking knife. And I was like, okay, you fucking liar. Like, it has a lot of funny moments, emotional moments. It's interesting. It's fun. It's an enjoyable show. If you're reading it or watching it, doesn't really matter which. I know a lot of the things, the way I've been talking, I've been referring to it in terms of the anime, and that's probably because I watched the anime first, but I mean, for God's sakes, anime was canceled. I mean, the dub of it was canceled, so I ended up fucking reading the manga. That can tell you how good a series is, because not every show will make you want to do that. Just saying, like, there are a few shows that do that, so that goes for its own merit. But anyways, for those who've seen Mare, put it in the comment section telling people why you think they should read it, if there's something I missed. If you haven't seen it, are you going to go check it out? I'll probably leave a link to like the first volume and probably the link on iTunes if you want to get it off of iTunes, because the dub is on there. The dub is, there's nothing wrong with the dub. I want that to be known. There's nothing wrong with the dub. You enjoy the comedy, especially Ginta and Babo's fighting of each other, because it's like, because Babo has this whole gentleman complex, and he's like, was that gentlemanly enough for you? It's like, is that what a gentleman would do? And it's kind of funny, and he always calls Ginta his subordinate and shit. He calls Ginta and Jack his subordinates. It's like, you pretentious fuck. Like, but it's funny. It's really funny. Even the Dorothy shit is funny, because she always wants to be with Ginta, but she always gets paired up with Jack when they do training and shit, and it's hilarious. Also, Jack seems to get fucked over when it comes to girls, but that's besides the point. It has all of its basic anime cliches, but it's just fun as hell. But anyways, as I said, links in the description. Tell me if you've seen it, throw out some reasonings why, and maybe I missed or some shit, and just leave your overall comments in the comment section below. But this has been the Insane Game Freak. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later. Mare doesn't really have a catchphrase. Yeah, Mare doesn't have a catchphrase, so I can't really do anything for that, but I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace off.